Hey guys, hope you guys are having an amazing day so far. Your boy is back with another subreddit video, and today we're diving into a new one on this channel. It's gonna be r/LetsNotMeet. It's gonna be my first time diving into scary stories on this channel, and if it does well, I'm gonna continue doing this. So you guys let me know in the comment section if you guys are enjoying this video, and also hit the like button. It helps out the algorithm a lot. If you guys are new to this subreddit, just like me, the about section describes the subreddit as true stories of spine-tingling encounters. A place to read spine-tingling, unusual, terrifyingly true stories about people you never want to meet again. And I'm already scared because if you guys didn't know, I get scared super easy. I like getting scared though. Like I would love scary movies and, haunted houses and stuff, but I do get spooked. So I'm as much excited about reading this as I am terrified. And if you are new to my channel here and you enjoy videos like this, we do subreddit videos every single day. So make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you guys are in tune with every single upload. And thank you so much, everyone who's been supporting me. We are almost at 10,000 subscribers. So thank you again. And with that being said, let's get into this. Oh, I posted a poll about what videos you guys wanted, and this one won. So I do listen. I try to listen to each and every one of you guys as much as I am already scared. All right, we're gonna look at the top stories of the week, and I'm gonna be selective on which stories to read because I do not want to strike from YouTube. All right, this one has piqued my interest. The title of this one says, "To the person who broke into my apartment." Oh my God, into your apartment? Dude, that's so scary. Imagine, like your safe space, having someone invade your safe area. Like I live alone with my cats. I would be fucking so scared. Like I'm already getting goosebumps just thinking about it. But yeah, let's read this. All right. I wanted to share the stories for a few months now. And being that it's currently 4:30 and I can't sleep because I still have residual fear that someone is lurking in my apartment, I thought I would hop on here and share. Well, thank you for sharing, OP. To set the tone, I bartend and had an awful night at work. I have thicker skin and can handle myself relatively well, but I had been sexually harassed by a man at the bar I had worked at earlier that night, or like not SA'd, but harassed or SH. I'm so sorry. That sucks. And it's crazy to me that, people just get harassed every day, especially women, but both genders, get harassed every day. And then they just have to go on about their day. Like that sucks so much. And I'm so sorry for everyone who has experienced that. But yeah, let's continue. So that happened to them at the bar earlier that night. After he was kicked out from the establishment, I decided to stick it out. I even called my dad and talked to him, and we agreed that so long as I was physically safe and emotionally ready to finish my shift, I should. So I did. My boyfriend waited up for me in our shared ground level apartment despite having worked a full day himself because I was really upset about the comments made to me earlier in the night. Okay, thank God she has someone else in her house. I don't know where this story is going, but okay. It's a good thing that she has someone else, but let's see. To help visualize, we were laying in bed. Our bed is in the middle of the bedroom against the back wall, and we were laying with our heads where our feet normally were. Okay, so like upside down. I love the description in this, by the way. All right, the TV was on, or the TV was no longer playing anything, but was still on the media screen with like Hulu, Netflix, HBO, and those type of options, but nothing was playing. So just the TV was on. He had his hand on my back and had just fallen asleep. I could tell by his breathing. I was scrolling on my phone, finally allowing the discomfort of the night earlier events to fade. Okay, so she's dozing off. It's really late at night because she was a bartender. Most bartenders, they go home at 3 or 4 a.m. Then I heard it. The faintest words or word. Hello? I froze. Dude, oh my God. I can't even imagine 4 a.m. and you hear someone say, hello? Like, especially because I live alone. Like, that is so scary. Oh my, I have literal goosebumps, guys. Like okay. Whew. All right, let's keep going. I'm sorry for interrupting. I am actually already scared. I can't believe that. It's like 5 minutes into the video. Okay, so she heard hello. She froze. I felt the milliseconds within the second expand. In a matter of moments, my eyes darted to the TV, to my boyfriend, to my phone, and I thought, or more like desperately hoped, that I had experienced some type of auditory hallucination, that I was more tired than I realized. Then I heard it again. Oh my God. All right. Clear as day, coming from my hallway. Hello? but it was not loud. It was low, quiet. Check to see if I was asleep, if it felt like Check to see if I was asleep. It felt like upon reflecting. All at once, I realized I could see a figure in my hallway. Whoa! Oh my God. I'm closing the door. I'm sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. I got really scared just reading that, and my door was cracked, and I'm like, what if I saw a figure there? That was really scary. Okay, sorry for interrupting. Let's get back to it. That's so scary. Oh my God. I can't even imagine like seeing a figure. Like I've sorry to go on this rant, but like I've had sleep paralysis, but I can't imagine it being like legit. Okay, here we go. So all at once, I realized I could see a figure in my hallway. All at once, I realized the voice was coming from a person who did not belong in my home. I have not forgotten the feeling. The time of the break-in was 4 o'clock. It's currently 4:44 a.m. I can count on one hand the amount of times I've fallen asleep before 4 a.m. since the incident, and or have woken up around 3 a.m. if I do fall asleep before 4, to make sure everything is locked. Dude, that sucks. Like the amount of trauma like to affect you every day at around 4, you just like wake up. Hence this post. I can't sleep. Anyways, I scream. With all of my heart, I screamed. My boyfriend jumped, awake, confused, yelling. He threw open the bedroom door and there was an intruder, standing and staring in the darkness. Whoa. We didn't know him. We didn't know what he wanted. We honestly still don't. My boyfriend pushed him and told him to leave. It was a Saturday night. We live a 25-minute walk from the bars, which may seem far, but isn't as far as you think. We both assumed he had the wrong apartment until he coldly, calmly said, "I'll leave," and turned around, not towards the front door, but towards the sliding glass patio door that has an enclosed patio. He slipped out so silently, so quickly, and hopped my 4-foot fencing. What the fuck? Why would he go out that way? That's so weird. That's extra creepy. We decided not to call the police because I was hysterical, confused, and in the moment convinced myself all that they had was the wrong apartment. It wasn't until we talked about the situation to more people that it was clear there was something more nefarious at foot. Whoa. So, ... To the person who broke into my apartment, let's not meet again, please. Dude, what in the world did I just read? Is this the subreddit that you guys wanted me to explore? Like, I love this because I am actually scared as hell and entertained, but I also hate this because I am scared as hell and probably won't sleep tonight. Oh my God. Whoa, that is so scary. Like, it's so weird that the person didn't go out the front door. They went out the back patio, and like, it means they snuck through there. And the fact that they didn't take anything, they didn't do anything, they literally just said hello and then just left. Like that, what the fuck? Like, wow, that is literally out of a horror movie type beat. I would have to move. I would move houses. I would live in another town. Like I know like I would have to. Like, I don't know what else I could do. Also, to people listening to this who for some reason wants to do that nefarious, weird invading someone's house. Some people have guns. So just heads up, especially like I live in North Carolina, you might get fucking shot. And like, not gonna even say anything. Just be careful. Yeah. Oh my God. That was so scary. Let's read the comments. It's so crazy that he just left without doing anything. Yeah, that makes it even more scary. And like, honestly, like I want to say that in the moment, I don't know what I would do because obviously that's never happened to me, but I think I might like catch a case. Like, honestly, like I don't want that to ever happen, but if that did happen, like I genuinely feel like either I'm gone, unalived, or that other person might be. Like it's just like, that's how scary that is to me. Wow. All right, it's so crazy that he just left without doing anything. Don't get me wrong, you're very lucky that he didn't, but I can't think of any reason he would come in there and just not do anything. Yeah, it's just so weird. Probably thought she was alone and panicked when he heard a man or her boyfriend. That's true. That's true. That could be its stalker type beat that like found out that there's a guy there, or like, oh my God, that's so scary. Oh, fudge. Fudge brownies. That is so scary. Sweetheart, please take some security measures. I'm terrified on your behalf. This sounds more like I can't say that, than a thief. Get cameras. Are you locked? Are you locking the glass patio door, not only with the lock, but also one of those bars? Can just be a piece of wood to prevent it from sliding open. Yeah, so I have a black patio door, and like I put a PVC pipe that I cut just to make sure the back patio doesn't open. Also, like, I mean, it's expensive, but you could get security. At least get a camera. Like that's a lesser expensive option. The only problem with cameras is like it's slightly preventative, and it's more like after the fact, but it doesn't like boom, like call the cops for you, you know, that's the only thing. But yeah, that's so scary. So sorry that all these awful things happened to you. Glad you were physically hurt. And then OP said, thank you so much. We literally always have our back patio door and doors. Wait, we literally always have our patio door and doors. We even have a door blocker. But we were, though unintentionally, being careless and thought no one would hop our patio fencing and try our door. Now we know. Yeah, I mean, dude, a 4-foot fencing is not. It's so scary, the amount of creepy, awful people out there. Also moving into a new home within the next couple months. Congrats, please, thank you. Oh my God, I would do the same thing. I think my sleep will improve loads then. Thank you so much for, yeah, that would help you tremendously. God, wow. That's so scary. Oh, I'm very intrigued on this one. So this was posted 15 days ago, and it's one of the most popular of the month. And the subject title says, worst Hinge date I've ever been on. Oh man, here we go. Like, as someone who is on Hinge, this has piqued my interest. I told my friends what I'm about to tell you, and they urged me to share it here. It happened back in December, about a week before Christmas. I'm a 32-year-old guy currently using my GI Bill to go to college in a city in one of the mountain time zone states. I'm so busy with school and work, so I don't have time to go out and socialize often. So I have to rely a lot on these apps to go on dates. I completely understand. I'm the same way. I'm just busy. I matched with this really cute girl around my age. We had a good combo, and then we scheduled the date. It was at a bar restaurant, not far from either of us to drive to, so it was easy. She was very pretty in person, and we got along great. So far, so good. I'm curious where this is going to go. During our conversations, I found out that she worked in a non-cop role at the police station, like a receptionist, essentially. Okay, cool. I also learned that she had a roommate, whom she said was out of town for the holidays. She added that she hated being alone because she had a crazy ex-boyfriend who stalked her. I was a little uneasy at that, and I told her as much. She said he's harmless, so I kind of let it go. We had a few more drinks, and we were there for about an hour or another hour. And at her suggestion, she said we should go back to her place. And I mean, I wasn't going to argue with it. She was hot, lol. I respect the honesty. I probably would have gone to if I found her attractive. But you do have to be careful, even as a guy, because I'm sure this story will tell us. She then insisted on driving. I told her I was fine. And she said no, that I had been drinking and she saw too many DUIs at her job. I got what she was saying, but I only had 2 gin and tonics and was fine. And again, she insisted. And I thought it was weird, but I didn't care. That is suspicious as hell. Like, if someone's not letting you drive, if you feel like you're okay. Yeah, and I'm kind of like a control freak. So like, if I wasn't the one driving, I don't know, like someone else driving, especially on the first date. That's just so strange. But anyways, we went to her house and she walked up to the door and just opened it. She didn't unlock it. It was already open, which I found very odd because she said that she had a stalker and that her roommate was gone. She started feeding her cat, and as she was doing so, I saw a bowl of cereal on the kitchen counter. I touched it and it was still cold, like it hasn't been there for a while. The cereal wasn't soggy either. Oh, this is scary. So somebody else might have been there. I asked her whose was it, and she hesitated, and she said she had ate a snack before she headed to the bar. But that doesn't make sense, because if you're at a bar for even 30 minutes, but you were there for obviously more than an hour, the cereal would be soggy. There's no cereal out there. I don't care what brick-ass cereal you're eating. It could be the damn fucking Temu version of like, what's a hard cereal? Like Wheat Thins or something like, and no, not, I said Wheat Thins like the cracker, no. Of like those like shredded wheats, and it'll still be soggy. Anyways, sorry, I'm going on a cereal rant now. So she hesitated and said that she had a snack before going to the bar. It just didn't make sense. And before you could say anything, she just kissed me and out her arms around me seductively and said for me to take her to her room. Again, she was pretty hot, and I quit caring about the cereal, lol. I respect the honesty. We started fooling around, and I went to close the curtains. She told me to leave them open. What? A few minutes later, maybe 5, we were in bed, and my back was to the window, and she had let out a huge gasp, a scared gasp. Her eyes were at the window. I turned around and saw someone in a hoodie, and they took off. What in the world? I heard the steps running on her back deck. I immediately jumped up and ran out to make sure her doors were locked. And of course, the front door wasn't. I ran to it and I locked it. And right when I did, the door started banging. Wow, what the hell? I went to open it because I was gonna F up the dude, or try to. And she told me just to go back to the bed with her. What is this situation? This is weird. This is so weird. This is like 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10 weird scale. I screamed at her and asked if she was insane. And she told me he does this and goes away. What? This guy just, this is a normal thing for you? I would leave. At that point, I'm out. I'm leaving with your ex and hanging out with him, if that was who it is or whoever. I'm just playing. And I asked her, you know this is your ex? And she goes, yeah, and not to worry about it. What do you mean not to worry about it? This guy just stared at me as we were about to, what is he gonna, like a cuck? Is he just gonna watch us do stuff? At this point, he started banging on the side of the house on the other end. And she didn't seem scared at all and kept trying to get me to go back into the bed with her. Yeah, she is equally as scary now. I didn't want to call the cops because for all I know, this dude is a cop. Or, because she works at a cop place. Or she'd know the cops that showed up and would take her side. I also couldn't just leave because my car was at the bar and I was terrified. Whoa, that is why on a first date, I recommend most people, if not all, have your car in any situation. Like, dude, it can get creepy, dude. You never know. Unless you know the person for a really long time and it ends up being a first date, like you were friends beforehand, maybe. But even, like, that's just so scary. So this guy's trapped at her place and can't even call the cops because she works at a police precinct. At this point, I started calling her out of... Wait, hold up. At this point, I started calling her out for the door not being locked, the cereal, and I openly called her a liar. She couldn't come up with any logical answers, and I had no idea what I was into. Yeah, that cereal is probably her fucking ex-boyfriend's, dude. Or that dude in the hoodie. Or, well, yeah, we confirmed it's her ex. I shouldn't have done this, but my fight or flight kicked in. And I told her, if this is a robbery or some kind of setup, I promise I will both. That's so fucking funny. I'm sorry. I know that's a weird thing to say right now, but like, I get it. Like, I would say some shit like this. But I'm not a hard ass or anything, but my fear told me to let her know that no matter what it was, they'd have a fight on their hands. My thoughts of what were going to happen to me were all over the place. I totally get it. Like, being in that situation, you don't know if you're getting robbed. You don't know what it's going to happen. You get extorted. Like, some guy is out there. I ordered an Uber off my phone and didn't tell her. Good for you. Great play. I was just about to say something like that. I just kept arguing with her and asking what was going on hoping to just let her talking and in the room. Oh, wait. Okay, I get it. Sorry, I'm going to read that again. I just kept arguing with her and asking what was going on, hoping to just keep her talking and in the room. I stayed right next to the door so I could leave as soon as possible. Luckily, I had never got my pants off and my jacket and shoes were right by the door, so I was able to get dressed. The Uber showed up, and without saying anything, I just opened the door and ran out as fast as I could. I looked back at the door, and she was just standing there. That's so creepy. It had been a little over a month now, but I honestly have no idea what the F I was into. I don't believe the story of just a girl being with a crazy ex based off of the factors I told you. It feels like either it was a robbery or some weird fetishized cuck type thing. I don't know. Definitely something I'm very mad at myself for. I mean, I'm a 9-year Navy vet and allowed myself to get in a situation like that. I reported her account on the Uber ride back to the bar, and I told the bartenders as well if they ever saw her again there. Yeah, dude, and you know what? You're lucky you didn't get drugged, because, like, I'm thinking, like, if it really were, like, that nut, you could have gotten fucking drugged or something, dude, and then wake up in, like, any type of situation, bro. You could maybe not even wake up. Like, that's crazy. That's a weird one too. Like, anything could have happened. I'm really curious on what their game plan was, like the couple or what. I don't know. That's just weird. Let's keep reading though. It kind of feels like that was her boyfriend and they involved you in some type of kink of theirs. Messed up and terrifying. Yeah, that could have been an active boyfriend. Because, I mean, he was inside her house eating cereal, bro. OP says it's the most rational thing. Because once I made it clear I was not going back in the room, she wasn't really as insistent to get me to stay or worried I'd get away. I feel like if it was a Mr. thing or master thing, they'd be more desperate to keep me there. Either way, it was effed up, and I don't know when I'll go on another date. Dang, that sucks. Getting terrified and not wanting to go on another date. I promise you that majority of people are not like this. But in the rare cases, you come across some crazies. God, that is so scary. I mean, like, you have a kink or fetish, just fucking tell them. Tell the other date. Some people might be into it. It's better than lying. It's so scary. Dude, I almost just spat out this ginger ale because I read the title of this. What the hell? There was a man hiding in our house for a few weeks is the title of this next one. Oh my God. I am gonna pee myself. All right, let's straddle in, guys. Here we go. Okay, I want to start by saying this actually happened. This isn't some type of creepy story or something I made up. I still have trouble sleeping alone because of it. Even now, years later, at 27, I check every closet and lock every door at least 3 times before bed. What the freak are we getting into, guys? This is gonna be nuts. I can feel it. All right, so yeah, here's why I don't stay home alone anymore. So at the time of the story, OP was 16, almost 17, and it's a female writing this, or a woman. Well, a girl in this situation. I was 16, almost 17, female, living with my mom and my little brother, Ryan. He was like 7 at the time. My mom worked night shifts at a nursery home, so I was usually the one watching Ryan when she was gone. Since he was younger, he'd be asleep by 8, and I'd just be doing my own thing, watching TV, scrolling on my phone, eating junk food, you know, typical teenager stuff. We lived in this little 1-story house on the edge of some woods. It wasn't totally isolated, but there wasn't many neighbors nearby either. I used to love having the house to myself at night until all of this happened. So, for the first time, I noticed something weird. It was small. I was in bed around 11 p.m. scrolling on my phone when oh my God, guys, my cat just jumped off of the fucking windowsill and I just fucking almost panicked. Okay, I'm gonna have to kick out my cats. I'm sorry. That was way too scary. Sorry, buddies. You guys gotta get the hell out of here right now. Is the other one hiding in here? Look at that. There's another one in here. I'm so sorry, guys. You guys are not gonna be featured in this video, at least not right now. You guys scared the hell out of me. I might let them in later after this story, but that literally almost made me poop myself. I don't know if the audio even picked up on that. But anyway, sorry guys, let's get back to this. All right, so she noticed something small. She was in bed around 11, scrolling on her phone when she heard a shuffling sound, like someone dragging their feet on the carpet. Whoa. I froze. Ryan was asleep. My mom wasn't home. I sat there, holding my breath, listening. It was quiet for a few seconds, and then I heard it again. A soft scuffing noise, like someone was moving really slow through the living room. I grabbed my phone and crept out of my room, my heart pounding. I checked the front door, locked. The windows, locked. Nothing looked out of place. God, you're 16 too? That's so scary. But then I noticed something that made my stomach drop. The hall closet was open, just a crack. We never left that door open, ever. Holy crap, I am like full of goosebumps right now. I stood there for a second. My whole body was on edge. I wanted to just turn around and go back to my room, but my dumbass decided to check. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I pulled the door open so fast. Nothing, just coats and shoes. Okay. I remember laughing at myself. I was just being paranoid. Still, I locked the closet door before I went back to bed. Okay. So far we're okay. A few nights later, I woke up out of nowhere. At first, I didn't know why. Then I realized I could hear breathing. Oh my God, what? All right, here we go. Okay, I gotta get through this. I was laying there completely still. My whole body locked up in fear. It wasn't coming out from the hallway. It wasn't coming from outside. It was coming from inside my room. I grabbed my phone, my hands shaking, and turned on the flashlight. I shined it around, nothing. The room was empty. The closet was closed. I barely slept the rest of the night. Wait, what the fuck is this story? After that, I started feeling weird all the time, like I was being watched. Like whenever I turned my back, someone was just out of sight, peeking around a corner. I told my mom and she just brushed it off. Then about a week later, she woke me up after coming home early from work. She looked off. She asked me why the back door was unlocked, and I assured her I locked it. She told me it was unlocked and she just had to lock it. Whoa. I knew without a doubt I had locked it the night before, but I didn't argue. That night I was on edge. I kept my bedroom door locked and my phone in my hand just in case. I woke up to more breathing. Oh my God, what? And just like that, a gut feeling that someone's watching you. My whole body went cold. I sat up, barely breathing, and listened. I noticed my closet door was open, which was so weird. I turned on my flashlight just in time to see this. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Oh, I didn't. Sorry, I read ahead. Okay. Oh my God, all right. So she turned on her flashlight just in time to see it swing open another inch, her closet door. And that's when I saw him. I swear to you, there was a man crouched inside my closet, skin pale as hell, hair greasy and matted. He was too thin, like he hadn't eaten in weeks, and he was grinning at me. What the fuck? Guys, I think I'm gonna have to buy like a freaking pew pew or something. Well, I have one, but not like I need like a big one at this point because this is so scary. Oh my God. What in the world? All right, let's keep going. This is so scary. I don't even remember getting out of bed. 1 second, I was staring at him. The next, I was slamming my door shut and running to Ryan's room. Ryan woke up crying as I grabbed him and ran out of the house. My phone was already dialed 911. The cops got there fast. They found him still in my closet. Turns out he had been living in our crawl space for weeks. What the Dude, I think I'm genuinely going to check my crawl space tomorrow or tonight, maybe. That is so scary. What the hell? He had gotten in through a loose vent in the basement and had been sneaking into the house at night, watching us sleep, taking food when we weren't looking. But the worst part, when they pulled him out, they found something tucked between my coats, a knife. Oh my God. The police said he was probably waiting for the right moment. I try not to think about what would have happened if I hadn't woken up that night. I swear this actually happened and it fucks with me to this day. So the man in my closet, let's never ever meet again. Oh my God, that so far, I mean, all of them have been fucking like insane stories, but that one really spooked me, guys. Like, I don't know if it was my cat jumping or like just the thought of a guy like in your house for what the hell? That is, and then he had a knife. Like anything could have happened if they didn't catch him. Like I would move again. These situations, like I couldn't be in that place anymore. God, like, oh my God, I'm about to have like a freaking samurai sword and a fucking Glock and like, yeah, like what the hell? Oh my God, that is so fucking scary. I am so sorry to OP that this happened. That would traumatically mess me up for the rest of eternity. Wow. God. Also, guys, thank you for listening to this with me, because if it wasn't for the fact that I was filming this, I would be even more scared. That's why I don't read this stuff by myself. Like, luckily I'm filming, so it's like, it makes me feel like you guys are here too. Like, you guys are also as scared as me. I think as scared as me, right? All right, anyways, let's keep going. All right, so comments of this one says, have you submitted this story to a popular podcast or somewhere? ... I've read a lot about frogging. What does frogging mean? Frogging is when someone sneaks into your home and lives there alongside the residents undetected. What the fuck? There's a term for it? Which is this? Oh, wow, she describes it. I'm an idiot. Living secretly in someone else's space. I read or heard stories of almost identical ones to this. Wow, this is more than this is a common thing? I'm not saying it was your story. I'm not saying it was your story. I can't recall all the details, just that a person woke up to a man hiding in their closet who had been living and creeping in their house, and that the person had a weapon somewhere. So this could have happened multiple times to different people. What the hell? I've read this story down to the grinning on Discovery, the knife and grabbing the little brother on the way out, also while researching frogging. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is on a frogging TV show. It was on a podcast and show. My mom did. Oh, okay, so this person, that could have been her story. All right, anyways. Wow. I'm glad you were paying attention and didn't just brush off everything off as nothing. Guys, I don't think I can sleep tonight. Like, I already have insomnia. This is so scary. I'm going to have to watch so much Always Sunny in Philadelphia after this just to get my mind off of this. That is crazy. But we keep rolling. Let's read one or two more good ones. I promised someone in the polls that I was going to make a long video for this, so here we are. This one sounds weird. Okay. All right, let's read this. I was stalked in 2024 by a minor, and it was hell. To preface this, I am currently 19 going on 20. Due to a vindictive teacher, she manipulated the grades so that I would have to repeat the third grade because I called another student a brat for crying and wanting her mom. Dang, that sucks. The context behind it is irrelevant, but the rundown is this girl thought because her mom was a teacher, she could cry her way into her mom's class. I see. Her mom was a high school teacher and would almost always cry until she got... Wait, hold up. Sorry. Let me reread that. Her mom was a high school teacher and would almost always cry until she was allowed to go, and her poor would be distraught having to leave her class and pick her daughter up because she wanted attention. I guess there's some typos in there. I just read it as it was. I ended up snapping and telling the girl she's in third grade and is too old to be crying to her mom and disrupting other students leaving. Probably harsh, but you could tell this girl was spoiled. On to the actual person in question. Okay. I don't know if that has context yet, but let's see. In August of 2023, I was in my junior year. I went to a trade school in Sumeru County for graphic design. A sophomore named James had taken notice that I wouldn't be dropped off at our home school like he was. He offered to drive me home. I didn't know this kid well. Oh, this is weird. I spoke to him a few times, but other than that, I wasn't a buddy with him. I told him my mom prefers to meet people before letting me ride with a random person's car or in a random person's car, especially a guy, which is really good and a normal thing. Shout out to your mom for teaching you that. With me being 18 at the time, I told him that if he got into a wreck, I would be responsible as the adult in the car. Ooh, interesting. After that, he didn't really bother me with anything. We still talked and could tell he wasn't neurotypical. It wasn't until my senior years that things got creepy. We exchanged numbers because I would sometimes help him with homework he didn't fully understand and give him recommendations of horror channels on YouTube, such as Reddit stories, creepypasta readings, or channels that covered disturbing videos like Hannah the Horrible, Nick Crowley, Nepo, or Nexto. Nexpo? Yeah, Nexpo. Maybe you can recommend him my channel, because now we're apparently diving into scary stories on this channel, and I can't sleep anymore. No, I'm just playing, but let's keep going. Within a month, he found my home address. What the fudge? That's weird. I never told him where I lived, and he got dropped off way earlier than me. The way the homeschool worked was that all the students on the west side of Fontage going into Sulandi would go to one singular middle school and high school, while students from East Fontage going into Liu would go to another high school. Apologies, I am not pronouncing any of these counties right, but who cares? Let's keep going. I never told this kid where I lived, let alone a rough area. I started documenting everything at this point, no matter how big or small. The next following months, if I would fall asleep on the bus, he would tap my headphones. Wait, I'm confused. I thought he drove to school. Is he now on the bus? What? Hold up. Let me go back real quick and read this again. Maybe he switched to the bus? I don't know, but let's keep going. All right, so for the next following months, if I would fall asleep in the bus, he would tap on my headphones, snap them on my ears, kick my legs, shake me, or call my phone so that I would talk to him. What the hell? In April, he asked me to go to prom with him, and I tried to tell him multiple times that I wasn't interested, and he tried to manipulate me to which I just lied to him and told him that I had a family event that day. After that, I said something to the principal of him harassing and shaming people to go to prom, and he gave me the most insincere apology ever. He worded it like he was forced to apologize. I get the phone call the next day of him asking if his sister drove a red car and worked at, I apologize, I'm messing this up. I get a phone call the next day of him asking if my sister drove a red car and worked at Sangamania Coffee House. I quickly told him no and blocked his number. That is a weird thing to say to someone. I went to administration, coupled with the fact that this kid would call to ask if I went to the Dollar General, went to work, or if I was at home. Told me thoughts he had about unaliving his mom's boyfriend. Now he wanted to smash his teeth in, smacking his phone against the window, and tried to manipulate me into calling while he was having a panic attack, and ranted about how my math teacher needed to be... What? Hold up. This is weird. All right, so the guy ranted about how my math teacher needed to be gutted because she was overweight and that fat women are ugly and horrible vessels for producing babies. What in the incel world? That is 100% an r/incel tier type beat guy. And preference this, she's not overweight from poor diet. She has a medical condition that caused up a buildup of estrogen. Yeah, some people have like medical conditions that makes it hard, but okay. The worst was when he lashed out in anger about him losing his AirPod case and aggressively stomping on his AirPods and literally foaming at the mouth. Yeah, this guy seems mental, like actually has a genuine mental problem, should probably not be at that homeschool. He should probably be somewhere else, like an institution or something. But that is not something someone normal does. All right, so I went to the principal and liaison after this, only to be unable to talk. And they yelled at me for an hour about how I was being mean to a kid on the spectrum. What? I hate when people of like authority just doesn't respect what you're trying to get at. Like, this is terrifying. And that my information, my mother's information, and my sister's information is public information. Get the fuck out of here. No, it is not. No, it's not. That's private shit, bro. That's effed up of your principal to say and liaison. I started having panic attacks and called my mom. I would leave schools, bro. I would ask my mom, like, please, can I go anywhere else? At this point, I was literally vomiting in the trash can of the conference room. My mother was pissed. My mother told me to call the sheriff's office after I get home. The sheriff actually went to the kid's house and told him to knock this shit off, or I had every right to file stalking and harassment charges. Good for the sheriff. The 180 Women's Shelter confirmed that what the principal and liaison did was disgusting and dangerous. Yeah, I agree. So far, I haven't seen him, and I still have his number blocked. Hopefully, I don't ever see this little bastard anymore. To James, if you see this post by chance, stay the F away from me and my sister. I hope your future general finds out about this. Yeah, that's right. This effer wants to be in the GD army, or the goddamn army. Should I see him again, I won't hesitate to press charges against him. Wait, do people in the army allow like people on the, this is a genuine question. Do the army allow people on the spectrum? Like I'm very curious about that. No, right? Can you? I'm searching that up. Wow, yeah, you can. Interesting. If they meet the same qualification that other recruits. Huh, okay. Didn't know that. Should I see him again? I won't hesitate to press charges on him. I don't care if it ruins his life forever. He's a danger to those around him and potentially himself. Yeah, that's a really unsettling story. I can't even imagine, like, especially like you're in a school. It's so interesting that this can happen at any age, at any stage, age and stage of your life. Like, it's so wild, the amount of creepy people you could meet. Like, I've definitely met a few in my day. Nothing like to this level that we read today. Let's read the comments before I do my like little closing statements. What in the Genshin locations is this? Between Genshin and Sims 4. Years ago, there was a top post from a woman whose son was autistic. He was aggressive and dangerous. Finally, he unalived the family's dog while the rest were out shopping. He waited patiently and cultivated his mother's trust until after literally months, she finally allowed him to be alone in the home. He immediately ended the dog. So she was on Reddit asking if it was okay to put him in an institution because she had a young daughter. I explained to her why it was an obligation. She was obligated to put him in an institution. It's because he did it deliberately. He wanted to do it all along. The reason I'm telling you this is because this boy in your post is dangerous, very dangerous. Now that you've gotten help and there's an order against him, you need to be aware of the possibility that he's biding his time. He is angry right now, I guarantee it. He's blaming you. Not once in your story does he show any type of self-awareness. He's fuming and raging and stewing. The most dangerous time for a spouse or intimate partner or an abused one is when they've left. Ooh, yeah, that's true. Ooh, let me read that again for those that didn't get that. The most dangerous time for an abused like spouse or intimate partner is when they left. That's when they're most likely to be, So the moral of the story is to remain vigilant. Being vigilant must become your way of life. It must become a habit. Lock your doors, lock your car doors, don't work alone. Be vigilant. Before you protest that you weren't in a relationship with him, know this. In his delusions, you might have been, or you were. In his delusions, you're his, like his property. The things you practice, blah, 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 blah. Whether artistic or not, stalkers are dangerous in large part because they are unreasonable. Recognize that a stalker believes in a relationship that doesn't exist. They also think that they have the power to change your mind to love them. Stay safe, be careful. Wow. That is insane. I've had close friends of mine who have had stalkers. It's really, really, really scary to think about. And I like to live my life somewhat carefree in a sense of like it alleviates anxiety and panic whenever you're a little bit more carefree. But however, there are certain habits and precautionaries that no matter who you are, how carefree you are, you should always do, like locking doors, things like that. Like just habits, because it gives you a little bit more rest and ease. If you create them as habits, you're not really thinking of them so much, and it doesn't bring you too much anxiety. Like obviously if a situation like this happens, you are going to be anxious for a while on stuff like this. And I feel really bad for people who have to go through this. Yeah, damn, man, that's crazy. We read some crazy ones today, guys. I can't believe this. Like, this is probably the most unsettling subreddit I've ever, and we've been on incel tiers, and that's unsettling. But this is like, I am genuinely terrified right now. I'm about to call my sister or someone to make me laugh or watch like The Office. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know in the comment sections if you guys did like this. I am totally open to doing this again. I do like getting scared as much as it terrifies me at night. Like, this was really fun and entertaining to read. And please, every single person out there, it doesn't matter who you are, be safe. You never know who you're around. Don't be anxious all the time about it. I mean, that's easier said than done. But like, I'm not trying to bring up the anxiety is what I'm saying. But, just be careful. Just be careful out there. I love each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much if you have watched this video or listened this far. You guys are the best in the world. I'm definitely down to do this again, especially if it does good numbers. Anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next video tomorrow. Bye.